We're here with a brand new combo deck doing 15 burn damage unblockable out of nowhere. No, it's not the Bloodletter deck you've seen 40 times. Boring. This is an entirely original, unique. You've only seen it here. I want this copyrighted all over. Let's go, baby. Look, it's a 2-card combo. Caustic Bronco and Insatiable Avarice. And then we're doing 15 burn damage out of nowhere. This just needs to be in your deck, not in your hand. And you only need 3 mana to do it. Oh my god, we've broken something, guys. They told me not to make this video, guys. They told me it would backfire, but I am a bad listener, so I had to get it off my chest. I wanted to give a sense of the timeline to help explain why I took and to some extent have still taken certain positions related to the Bronco combo, which is a cool combo. And you just saw some clips referencing it where, let's see, the spiciest, here it is. Pretty much you put 2 Shadow Mortality, so one doesn't, you don't draw it. And then it is just using this Bronco card to deal damage to opponent equal to the mana value of a card on the top of your library. So you put this old card that is 15 mana on the top of your library with a new card, Insatiable Avarice, which lets you put a card on the top of your library. And then you use this and you crew it to get the ability and then do 15 damage from this. So an interesting little combo. No one really was playing it. And it was put in a Pro Tour deck that did really well. I think it went like 10-5 or something. It almost got in the top 16. So great job. This guy actually has some cool stuff too, like Steel Seraph with it, so that the Bronco has evasion. So there's some cool other things in there, but the main point was that 3-card combo to do 15 damage out of nowhere. And it's been talked about, as everyone literally today or yesterday, everyone posted the video because content creators, I make unique decks every day. I don't really post other people's decks, but the way the content creator works is someone makes a cool deck, everyone else just does the same video. And that was kind of why I initially made the video with this deck, because I thought it was funny that everyone was posting the other mono black combo with 2 new cards where you can 1-turn kill them with the big bat thing that doubles the damage and another card that does double damage. So I was like, wow, every content creator is doing the same thing, but Mythic Mike's thought up something brand new. So if you look, initially, right, this was before the set even came out. I put together a version of it. But then I'm in a Discord group with 6 smaller creators. I was so happy. I was like, guys, because I had been traveling, so I couldn't actually build the deck. But I was like, guys, I broke something. Check out my video tomorrow, April 21st. It's highly classified new combo, unique combo. No one else ever saw it. I saw it early, but couldn't make the deck consistent. 1-turn kill off 2 cards on 3 mana. So I'm so excited. I'm like, guys, tune in tomorrow, right? So let's see. I dropped this new 1-turn kill snake combo. If you see, it's the exact 3-card combo that everyone is going crazy about now, and that the pro put in the Pro Tour. And I post it on, let's see. So it technically April 22nd at 11 a.m. It has 3,300 views now, but it had gotten around 3K in the first day or so. It kind of was front loaded. But as you can see, it's got the combo, right? 2 of these, so you don't lose one. It does have Shelly, it's a backup combo, but 2 of these, the Caustic Bronco and Insatiable Avarice, no one had posted this to date. And so obviously I'm super excited. I'm like, guys, this is going to be awesome. So I tell my friends, and then a few days later I get a message, and one of my friends is creator friends is like, Mike, a pro is using your combo in the Pro Tour. And I'm like, no way, super pumped. That's crazy, dude. And he's like, I probably won't even get featured because it might not do well. And I'm like, I felt it was awesome when I did it, right? But his has Orzhov, like I said, and is completely different. So the Pro Tour happens. He apparently submits it on April 24th. I can find the rules, but the rules say you had to submit it by April 24th, a couple days after this. Remember, the set only was released on April 16th. There was a day of early access before, but just like 10 hours. And then April 16th on Arena, April 19th on paper, and then I posted on April 22nd. So 6 days after it was released on Arena. So pretty early, but as I showed you, independently, I'd made it earlier on. Not to say people can't think of the same combos, which I'll get to. Obviously they can, but everyone was posting the other mono black combo. No one had posted this. This is an old, it wasn't exactly intuitive, these three cards going together. I mean, someone would have made it eventually, but 6 days in, no one had made it. I was pumped, right? I'm obviously telling everyone. So I'm so pumped. I actually I'm in correspondence with a bunch of pros and content creators, some who I've collaborated with and some not, some who I seek to collaborate with, right? Or play my deck and things like that. Sometimes a couple like haven't responded, but I always was like, me and Ash Lizzle share like the same viewers. A lot of my viewers, I see like the same people commenting on both of our stuff, right? For example, so Ash Lizzle is one of the people I'd reached out, but I did it to like 7 people. And on April 22nd, I said, I posted the combo, sent it to her in Discord and said, check it out, new original combo, just spreading new combo awareness, right? 2 days before the pro posted it and, submitted it. And so I'm obviously kind of like super pumped and I'm like, oh, wow. In my mind, I posted it 6 days after the set and a pro posted a different version, but with the combo 2 days after. It's like, there's a decent chance. I mean, I got 3K views. I messaged a bunch of pros and stuff that the pro saw it and already had a Bronco deck and was just tweaking it. So I was like, who knows? He could have just done it independently. But at the same time, I put it out there first. No one else had thought of it. The pro's blasting off with it. There's a chance he liked my idea. And I'm like, all right. So, based on the timing too, I'm like 2 days out, like that's pretty coincidental timing was how I initially thought about it. So then Ash Lizzle, who I had messaged, but she's not someone who I'd corresponded with before. So I'm sure it went to like spam. A lot of the people I message will actually, we talk. So she posted on April 27th, the new combo will change standard, and everyone's posting it today, right? And it's a version, it's the same type of deck. I'm not sure, she might have changed it further from the version of the pro, but it relies on the 3-card combo that I had, originated on April 22nd, or at least I didn't see anyone else post it or play it, and then I had messaged her, right? So I'm like, all right, and there's no shout out. I'm like, all right, I was so pumped about this combo. I made it. I told everybody. I put it out there as an original combo, as you saw in the intro. I'm like, copyright it. So I'm like, all right, really cool that a pro's playing it, but like, I'm gonna at least flex a little that I posted and made it and potentially made it, right? So I said, I'm claiming to be the creator of this combo from my video last week. Glad to see it's popping. Now look, I'm a lawyer, so I just phrase things in certain ways because I was like, this is how I kind of framed it. And I know it's kind of like BS, but I didn't say I created. I was saying I'm claiming to be the creator because like I put out a video on April 22nd being like, I'm the creator. This is my combo original, right? So I was just kind of referencing it, but also I was like, I kind of want to see what people respond because number one, I know I messaged her it. I'm not sure if she got it. And I messaged other people. Number two, did the pro look at my combo and just decide to add it, which is totally fine. I'd be happy if a pro did it. But I'm like, look, I was super pumped about this combo. I spent a lot of time in the deck. I make unique decks every day, right? And I spend a lot of time on it. I have a full-time job, working 50 hours. I'm a partner in Big Law. So look, it's a pretty intense job. And then I also do this during your deck day. And I'm like, look, I kind of want to pop off a little. And I made this super cool combo that everyone is saying is awesome. And either good or bad, a pro posted it 2 days later. But I still am like, guys, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm kind of pumped about it. Now, again, no hate towards Ash Lizzle. That's not the point of this video. And, and this has since been taken down. And I understand because it got a little, or I think she hid the comment because it got a little saucy. I'm not one to back down. So I understand it. No hate. But, her response is like, there's literally people playing it on the Pro Tour. Why claim it as your own? And I said, check the timestamps. Always a great chance. Great minds think alike. and this is how I felt. I just felt in the moment because like my friend had said, "Hey, someone's using your combo," and I had posted it as like original combo, and like, look, you know, some of my videos get 7K views, some get 3. Like, I'm not a huge creator starting recently, but like, I've collaborated with some people. I'm like, I've got a little bit of reach in a pretty small community. Um, and I also said, I DM'd you, you might not have got it. Uh, Overall, just wanted to ping that I believed I created since I worked hard to think this up and never saw it before my posting. And then people were kind of just going off, your ego's inflated. And I'm like, look, it's coincidental timing at the very least. He could have made it. I'd like to ask him. But like I spammed a bunch of people this, and then it came out 2 days later. Like like in my head, I'm like, look, someone probably liked it. It's not like a super intuitive, and we will get into that later, whether it is intuitive or not. But I was like, look, this is just what I was saying. But I was just getting kind of hate, and like some people, uh, where is it? Some people were defending me and being like, I'm with Mike. There's no evidence was post before. Some people, there's a great guy in here is like, look, I've been watching MTG various content. I first saw the snake combo on Mythic Mike's, but I do realize he's a good creator. So like, let's not be hard on him in case I'm wrong, right? Or whatever, which I was never like 100% sure, as I said in here, that I made the combo. Well, I was pretty sure, and that's why I put it out here. I'm like, did someone post it before? Is it? I kind of wanted to see, like, was I the first one to make it and post it? This person started going kind of off on me, being like, no one and no pro would ever copy a content creator's deck. And it's like, all right, man, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's a pro. Mythic Mike. See, this is a guy, he made, he's got 120K subs. And this was even earlier, 2 months ago, when I didn't have as many subs. And he made my Insidious Roots deck that I had created. I made kind of a unique version one of the first days of the set release. And, that's me. Thanks for the shout out. Obviously, I'm trying to like shout out, hey, thanks, man. And he did shout me out. So, other pros, a couple pros and content creators have done videos of my decks and shouted me out. Some of them I reached out for, like, hey, to collab, and some not. But this is just a big guy, 123 subs, Andrew Menenti, I think, who decided to use my point is, big people look at smaller people all of the time. So it started going a little back and forth, and people were saying, oh, they're training for weeks, and I'm like, dude, the set came out 6 days ago. What are you talking about, right? So it got a little saucy. I did say a really hardcore message here where I just went off being like, dude, I deal with smart people all the time. I'm like a successful person. And I'm like, dude, pros are not better than me. I'm not better than pros. But also they were pretty much saying people for money would never tweak a deck 2 days before a tournament for hard money. Someone said in here, I'm like, and this person kept saying that. And I'm like, dude, it's a 200 person field and the first prize is 50 and the third is 15 and everyone else gets like 1,000 or less. It's like, there's probably, I don't know how many pros there are that make money, but like how many people make 100K or more in like being from professional Magic, not content creation? I don't know, probably a dozen, maybe less. Whatever. The point is not, it's still a super hard, cool game, and that's why I like it. My point is like, obviously the prize pools are not huge. These are people that have full-time other jobs. The idea that like someone playing for this, it's not $1 million, would not see a combo and like it and tweak their deck if they already had a Bronco deck. It's not that hard to add it in. Isn't like impossible. Now, then it got removed. And I ended up, someone said they know Kevin Ansel who made it and he's been testing it. And I was like, good to know. I'll take your word on it. But I was just like, look, I don't know why I got so much hate, considering I was like reaching out and pointing out I created this combo and all evidence pointed to first, leading to so much negativity, when I in fact did create it independently, had a version built before spoilers, and posted it first April 22nd to thousands of views, right? And then like, it's problematic because you're taking, whatever, man. Again, no hate to Ash Lizzle, some of these other people, whatever. But look, the point being, I was obviously saying I'm claiming to be the creator because I'd put out a video, a week before this or whatever, being like, look, this is an original combo. And I was super pumped. I told everyone about it. I messaged people, including Ash Lizzle, including pros. I told my friends the day before, I'm so excited for this new combo. no one, apparently even people mad at me, could find it posted before then. So it wasn't like so crazy. Like, I'm claiming to be the creator of this combo for my video last week. Glad to see it's popping. Right? That isn't so crazy. And again, similar to what I had done in the Mojito guy, although he did say, look, I got it from Mike. But yeah. So a little annoying. And here's the problem. One of the flaws I have, as well as a lot of people has, is people continue down the wrong path. Not because they're right, but because of I think the quote is like, incompetence of their enemies or something. The point being, I started arguing back and forth, not because I'm so sure, as I said, I started out saying always a great chance, and then later being like, all right, he probably made it separately, okay. Not arguing against Kevin or whatever, or the person who did this. And honestly, I was like, I thought there was a chance he'd be like, hey, I got it from Mythic Mike, or oh, I didn't. Right? There was no one like asking him this, so that's partly why I posted this. But that was in my argument, like, oh, I 100% made it. There's no way. My argument was like, look, I posted it for us. I kind of want to see what's happening. But it turned into a back and forth argument because then people are like, what pro would ever look at you? You're tiny. Who would look at a content creator? Pros are magical beings in the sky. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, a good idea is a good idea. I mean, like an example of this is these pros are a mile ahead of the average content. They don't need to see what Mythic Mike's up to, especially with your limited reach. And it's like one guy, let's see where it is. You cannot honestly believe someone competing for hard cat. There was some guy, where is it? Someone was like, you only make mono red decks that are, oh, here it is. You can claim it all you want for clickbait. Stick to your original decks that are just 18 land mono red bullshit and leave the interesting brews to every other creator. All right, obviously stuff was annoying me. And I'm kind of confused because even in their point of view, there's this cool, unique, original 3-card combo no one had thought of. A pro independently thought of it and was training, but hadn't made it public. I independently thought of it right in the beginning of the season and posted it 6 days in to 3,000 views, sent it to everyone. And then the pro also had been training with it, made it, and you love his combo, but you don't like the fact that I also created the same combo and posted it earlier. That's still pretty cool. And if you think it's so cool, then how am I making 18 land mono red? Like, it's just infuriating. My point is, you see things like this, you start arguing back. Also, just in general, I didn't understand the response versus like, people claim to be creators of, or like, hey, I made a version of this earlier. And like some content creators would even say it to my decks. And I'm like, all right, well, like a normal response that I would expect here is like, oh, cool, you posted it before the pros. I'm sure they were training with it beforehand, most likely, but still pretty cool. You made it early, right? Like, I'm a content creator. I'm obviously trying to make cool things. And if I make a cool combo and then it pops off and I post it first and I send it to everyone and there's even a chance that obviously this guy got it. But even if not, that's still like pretty cool considering everyone now thinks it's the coolest combo. So just, I guess, to get that off my chest, whatever. Now to the ultimate point. Am I certain that, or am I even claiming that Kevin Ansel saw my combo and took it, which you're allowed to do? It's not copyright material, despite me jokingly saying that. Probably not. He probably just made it and was testing it, even though, again, it was 6 days after the set. So it's not like people were testing this for weeks. The meta had to develop. Now, I did put 2 of these in, and so did he, which is interesting. I justified why 2 instead of 3 or 1 or 4 in the video. And I had the Caustic, Bronco, Insatiable, Sheldred thing. Sheldred, Sheldred and Insatiable was a little obvious. People were talking about it, but I never saw these 3 referenced. So also check this out if you like a mono black version. I've got it. Now, look, ultimately, am I going to say that this is counterintuitive enough that someone copied me in a Pro Tour? No. And that wasn't my point from the get-go. My point was with the timing. I never saw anyone talk to this guy. My point was, I just assumed there was a good chance, he'd be like, yeah, I had a Bronco deck. I saw this cool combo online and I tweaked my deck a little. right? Just because of how coincidental the timing. And again, like 2 copies of this, and it is counterintuitive. But look, if someone told me, hey, I came up with the same combo, and if this guy did, which I assume by now he said he made the deck, which then I believe you. That's not the point of this. The point is obviously I was super excited, told everyone. People were like, hey, someone's playing your combo a couple days later, really early in the set. So it's not like I should just assume people are testing for weeks when the set's out 6 days. And I thought there was a good chance that he had liked the stuff, which is why I posted. So yeah, if it turns out as it looks to be the case that I just independently made something that everyone thinks is cool now and technically posted it first, whatever, man, I'm still saying it. Look, obviously the pro has the wider reach and crushed it, and I'm happy that I was able to, with this giant brain, think up the same combo, and you're not taking that away from me. All right, guys. Well, appreciate the support. Let's get into some more decks. I'll be out with a new one tomorrow. Let's go, baby.